And so she was chosen as one of the seven delegates to the World Anti-Slavery Convention in 1840. But she arrived in London along with her husband, James Mott, to discover that this convention, despite vigorous protest by the Americans, decided not to seat women. So it's a convention which all the people who are trying to organize to figure out how to persuade people around Europe and the Americas to oppose slavery, to politically organize against it, to do what they could to end this system of slavery because of its sort of human rights violations. And yet women were second-class members of the organization. So this did not bother her as much as some people, but Garrison, who was William Lloyd Garrison, who's also a delegate and a famous abolitionist, in protest went up and sat in the gallery with her. And the other person she met in the gallery while sent up there to not be on the floor of this convention was Elizabeth Cady Stanton. As Cady Stanton's husband was also a member of this delegation. They had recently become married. This was their honeymoon. For their honeymoon, they went to this anti-slavery convention in London, and the two of them began to talk and developed a friendship. Later, Stanton said that it was this meeting that led to the development of a women's rights movement per se, at least her part in the leadership. I think, there's 8 years between this and Seneca Falls. So I think there's probably a lot more going on here. And I think also there's a lot more to the women's rights movement than just this idea of women's civil rights, which Stanton tended to focus on.